Summary: Mickey7, The Man Who Couldn't Stay Dead by Edward Ashton. Imagine this. You're standing on a frozen world at the edge of human reach. The air is poisonous, the cold can kill you in seconds, and every mission outside the colony is one step away from disaster. And your job? To die. Not once. Not twice. But as many times as it takes. Because you are the expendable. That's Mickey Barnes, known to the crew as Mickey7. Every time he dies, the colony just prints out another body. A clone. A fresh version. A recycled soul in a disposable shell. But what happens when Mickey dies, and doesn't stay dead? This is the chilling, darkly funny, and deeply human story of Mickey7, the novel that inspired Bong Joon Ho's highly anticipated movie Mickey 17, starring Robert Pattinson. So, sit back, and let me tell you the story of the man who couldn't stop dying. Humanity is restless. The earth has grown crowded, strained, tired. The only way forward is outward, colonies carved out on harsh, unforgiving worlds. But space isn't kind. Colonization requires sacrifices. And some sacrifices are too much to ask from volunteers. Enter the expendable. An expendable's role is simple: when the mission calls for danger, they go. When something needs testing, they're the guinea pig. If a reactor is leaking radiation, if a tunnel may collapse, if alien life needs first contact, send in the expendable. Because if the expendable dies, no problem. A new body is printed, memories mostly intact, and the work continues. That's Mickey Barnes. An ordinary man, not especially brilliant, not particularly strong. Just someone who wanted a chance to escape the hopeless monotony of life back home. When he applied for a colonial mission, every position was filled, except one. The expendable. He signed the contract. He took the deal. And by the time we meet him, Mickey has died 6 times already. Burned alive, frozen, crushed, dissolved, each death as terrifying as the last. But always, he comes back. And here's the thing, Mickey remembers. Not every detail, not perfectly, but enough. Enough to know what it feels like to suffocate. Enough to wake up screaming in his new body. Enough to hate his job. Yet he keeps doing it. Because if he doesn't, someone else will have to. And in a brutal way, he's keeping the others alive. But even Mickey, the man who won't stay dead, has no idea just how complicated things are about to get. The colony's target world is called Niflheim. Named after the realm of ice in Norse mythology, it's every bit as inhospitable as the name suggests. The air. Toxic. The temperatures. Lethal. The food. Nearly impossible to grow. Colonists huddle inside pressurized habitats, eating meager rations, while outside lies a frozen wasteland of glaciers and jagged cliffs. Terraforming is slow, difficult, and, frankly, not going very well. But worse than the environment, are the locals. Niflheim isn't empty. Its native species are strange, massive, intelligent, and curious. They've noticed the humans. And curiosity, in this place, could mean danger. Commander Marshall, leader of the expedition, is terrified of the natives. His priority: survive at all costs, even if that means war. Tensions rise. Resources dwindle. Every day feels like one step closer to catastrophe. And in the middle of it all, trudging across the ice on missions no one else dares attempt, is Mickey7. Until one day, on what should have been a routine scouting mission, something goes wrong. Mickey falls. Gets lost. Frozen, injured, cut off from the colony. Everyone assumes he's dead. And by the rules of the colony, when an expendable dies, you don't waste time waiting. You just make another. Which is why, when Mickey stumbles back to base days later, frostbitten, half dead, but alive, he finds something shocking. There's already a new version of him. Mickey walks into the colony habitat, exhausted, starving, expecting at least a little sympathy. Instead, he finds himself. Mickey-8. A brand new Expendable, freshly printed. Same memories, up until the point of Mickey-7's last backup. Same face. Same voice. Same person, almost. And here's the problem, the colony only allows one Expendable. That's the deal. You die, you get replaced. But now there are two. Two Mickeys. Both alive. Both know the rules. And the rules are clear, duplicates are not permitted. If the command finds out, one of them will be executed and recycled into biomass. No questions asked. So what do? They make a deal. Mickey-7 and Mickey-8 will keep the secret. Work together. Pretend there's only one of them. It sounds simple. But life in Niflheim is already complicated enough. The colony is starving. The natives are watching. Commander Marshall is getting more paranoid by the day. And now Mickey has to share his own existence with, well, himself. It's funny. It's horrifying. It's philosophical. Because think about it, if you're duplicated, which one of you is the real you? The one who survived? The one who was printed? Or both? Mickey-7 struggles with this every day. He argues with Mickey-8, laughs with him, even bonds with him. But deep down, there's fear. Because if the truth comes out, one Mickey dies. And that's not even counting the daily dangers. Starvation. Collapse of the terraforming project. The alien natives, growing bolder and closer every day. As the colony teeters on the edge, the two Mickeys realize something shocking, the survival of not just humanity, but the aliens too, may rest on their shoulders. Two versions of one Expendable man, who might just be the key to saving everything. If he can keep from dying, permanently, this time. At its core, Mickey-7 isn't just about clones, or space, or dying over and over. It's about identity. Who are we, really? Are we our memories? Our bodies? Or something deeper? When Mickey-7 meets Mickey-8, he's forced to confront that question. If both have the same memories, the same personality, then both are him. Right? But if that's true, which one deserves to live? The colony doesn't care. To Commander Marshall, the Expendable is a tool. Disposable. Replaceable. Less than human. And that's the cruel truth Mickey faces, no matter how many times he dies, he's never seen as fully alive. The book blends dark humor with existential dread. Mickey cracks jokes, makes light of his grim situation, and offers sarcastic commentary on his own endless deaths. But beneath the humor is a terrifying question: what is a life worth, if it can be endlessly replaced? And then there's the world itself, Niflheim. The book paints it in chilling detail, endless glaciers, jagged cliffs, skies of pale gray. It's beautiful in its hostility. Alien, in every sense. The natives aren't portrayed as simple monsters, but as beings with their own logic, their own curiosity. And it becomes clear, survival here won't come from conquest, but from understanding. As tensions rise, as food runs out, as Commander Marshall tightens his grip, the two Mickeys find themselves in a desperate position. Hiding their secret. Protecting the colony. And maybe, just maybe, finding a way to bridge the gap between two species. I won't spoil the ending for you. Because Mickey-7 is a story best experienced as it unfolds, darkly funny, tense, and deeply thought-provoking. What I can say is this: the novel asks questions that stay with you long after the final page. What makes us human? What sacrifices are acceptable in the name of survival? And if you could live forever, but only by dying again and again, would you still want to? Mickey-7 is the kind of science fiction that blends action with philosophy, bleakness with humor, and absurdity with truth. No wonder Bong Joon Ho chose it as the basis for his next film. So the next time you find yourself staring out at the night sky, wondering what it would be like to live among the stars, remember Mickey7. The man who couldn't stop dying. Because sometimes, being expendable, is what makes you essential.